What's the dumbest thing someone ever told you that actually worked? I had a headache at work, years ago, at a previous job. I almost never get headaches, so it was pissing me off because I couldn't ignore it. My coworker, I can get rid of it. Come here, I'll squeeze your head. Me, what? I'll squeeze your head. And sure enough, he grabbed my head and squeezed the sides so hard I thought he was going to fracture my skull. Then he squeezed from front and back. Better? That headache was gone and never came back. Now I go around curing my coworkers' headaches. Everyone thinks I'm nuts until it works. What's the dumbest thing someone ever told you that actually worked? I worked for a courier company and this happened to my boss. He was on a long delivery out in the country. We're from Virginia, but he's currently in Kentucky. We're pretty country ourselves, but not like this. This is pre-smartphone era, so he stops to talk to a local for directions. Guy said go as far as you can see, twice, and there's your turn. My boss stared with bewilderment at the level of deliverance that just came out of this guy's mouth. But he fixed his eyes on a spot as far as he could see. He drove to that spot and made a mental note of the next farthest spot he could see. Upon arriving at the second spot, dead on was the little unmarked turn he was looking for. We still quote it to this day. Go as far as you can see, twice. What's the dumbest thing someone ever told you that actually worked? I read a newspaper article about a guy who went to his local convenience store and bought 2 lottery tickets. Most people in that situation would play different numbers on each ticket, in order to double their minuscule chance of winning. Not this guy. He was interviewed, and said he believed that playing the same numbers on both tickets would double down his chance, showing somehow that he was really serious about wanting those numbers to win. So that's what he did. But it turned out that he actually did have the winning numbers for that drawing, and he owned 2 out of the 3 winning tickets. Therefore he was entitled to walk home with 2/3 of the jackpot, instead of just half. People who have straight up rage quit a job, what was the final straw? I never have, but my favorite example was when a co-worker in student transportation, who had finally gotten a position she wanted after years of suffering through stress in another, was called by management over the summer and told she was being reassigned to the stressful position because no one else wanted to do it. She had fought too long and hard to get what she wanted, and her immediate response was, "Then tell me what I need to do to resign." She did, and she's been at peace with her decision ever since. I was already straight up raged my last job. What was the final straw? I wanted to transfer because I had learned everything I could about the job and was now getting bored. My buddy in the other department wanted me on his team and was told by my manager that I was too crucial to the team's success. She told me I hadn't earned it yet and because I was still too green. That wasn't even the last straw. That finally happened when I was exempted from the annual raise because I started as a contractor. Missed the recently changed qualifications by a month. Even worse was when I found out that it was only a 38-cent raise. That measly raise would have sent a better message than raising the bar and excluding me from it. I had been casually searching for other jobs for some time and finally found a great job to replace it, one that was a professional step up and they paid 40% more than I was making. To those that are afraid of jumping into the unknown,